Welcome to Ursus Brown Travel. In this video, we are going to talk about Cluj-Napoca in the province of Transylvania in the beautiful country of Romania. In order not to waste any time, we go directly to our first location. The Ethnographic Park Romulus Vuia was the first open-air museum in Romania and the sixth in Europe. It is part of the Ethnographic Museum of Transylvania. It was founded on the 1st of June 1929. The park has 13 traditional farms transferred from various regions of Romania. In addition, there are 3 historic wooden churches, 5 craft workshops, and over 30 utility buildings. The oldest building dates back to 1678. In some buildings, you can look inside and see what the traditional farm and living room looked like for a Romanian farm family in those times. From the Ethnographic Park, we go to the National Museum of the History of Transylvania. This museum is a history and archaeology museum. It features a permanent exhibition as well as temporary exhibitions. The beginnings of the museum dates back to 1859. The museum has interesting historical objects. However, all descriptions are in Romanian, so there is still room for improvement if they want to attract a wider international audience. I found it worthy of a sufficient rating because some of the objects plus photos speak for themselves. In case you have very little time in Cluj, I would probably cross it off my list, as there are much more interesting sites. From the National Museum of the History of Transylvania, we go to the Jewish History Museum, a few blocks away. This museum was one of the highlights of my city trip to Cluj. It made a big impression, and the museum is just well put together. There is an audio tour where you can choose from 3 true personal stories. These are told in a natural way, and it seems like you actually have the main character on the line. The story is heartbreaking, but should definitely not be forgotten. We continue our journey. The next sites are the beautiful churches this city has to offer. We start at the Franciscan Church and then continue our way to the St. Michael Church, with the attached observation platform in the tower of the church. On our way to the Dormition of the Theotokos Cathedral, we will pass by the National Opera of Cluj. Our journey goes on in the Botanical Garden of Cluj. The garden, placed on the southern part of the city, was founded by the academic Alexandru Borza in 1920. The Botanical Garden covers 14 acres, with more than 10,000 plants from around the world. Romanian flora and vegetation are represented by plants of the Transylvanian highlands. The Japanese garden was closed during my visit, which was a disappointment. However, there were plenty of other areas perfectly kept, which for me made the visit to the garden absolutely worthwhile. There is also a water tower that you can climb and from which you can see the whole garden. In this place, it seems like you are far away from all the hustle and bustle of the city. It's highly recommended, and if you ask me, it should not be skipped during your city trip to Cluj. All the sightseeing causes rumbling in the stomach, so we make our way back to the historic center quickly. We begin the food chapter at the most famous square in Cluj. The Uniri Square is one of the best places to fill your stomach. For example, at the restaurant Toulouse, where I had a delicious burger for only €11.48. Furthermore, there are many cozy restaurants and bars in the historic old part of the city. This district also houses the house of Matthias Corvinus. In addition, it's also the neighborhood where the museum square is located and where you can eat delicious goulash soup and fresh pasta with meatballs for less than €12. But the best food I ate was at the Forum Cafe. Here I ate delicious US ribs with crispy fries. These were really tasty and well seasoned. With my stomach full and fresh energy gained again, we set off for the football stadium of the football club, CFR Cluj, where we attend a match for the Romanian league. Because the atmosphere and the footage speak for themselves, I will keep quiet for now and let the football players do the work. Regardless of whether you are a football fan or not, this is a fun night out in Cluj.
Eu știu că la începutul meciurilor, de fiecare dată când vine o intrăm, iese de pe teren jucătorul cu numărul 7, Gicu Grozav, și intră cu numărul 10.
With the win in my pocket, I come to the last part of my vlog, which is the apartment I stayed in during my trip to Cluj. Dacrolo Apartments is located on the outskirts of Cluj, in a beautiful new neighborhood. The apartment complex is fantastic, and the owner is incredibly hospitable. Communication is clear, and you can see that a lot of effort has been put into the apartment. Everything has been thought of. I will add all the links to the earlier mentioned restaurants, sites, and the apartment in the description. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, at Ursus Brown Travel.